If you're watching this video, I can assume let's say you know anything about narcissism, narcissistic abuse, psychopaths, all these disorders and toxic people. I can assume you are already out of that relationship or friendship. If you are not, I can assume you're on your way out. The person that you're dealing with or you've been dealing with is a zombie. Now, sometimes when I say these things, people they think, oh, how does he know this? How did he come to this conclusion? Ladies and gentlemen, you don't have to believe me, okay? When you watch these kind of videos, you can always go out there, take your time, do your research. If the video is triggering, save it for later. You can watch it at your own time. You do not have to believe everything I say, okay? It requires an individual at a certain frequency to understand who a narcissist is on a spiritual level. If you try to understand this individual on a physical level, you will get lost. You have got to understand a narcissist on a spiritual level. The narcissist sold their soul a long time ago. Maybe somewhere in their childhood, during their childhood, there are some decisions that they have done or they have made, and they have brought them this far, okay? And this situation is irreversible because it is a spiritual disease. When a person has lost their soul, they have been taken over by entities. This is demonic energy, okay? I will say things the way they are. This channel, we talk about the truth. They have sold their soul a long time ago. They have been taken over by entities, various entities, okay? Dark entities. These entities have no regard for the host. So you have a zombie, you have the entities that is running this vessel, the host. They do not have any regard for that zombie. When I talk about a zombie, you already know zombies are individuals who are rotting away. In other words, they are a walking dead. Do not be fooled by appearance. The moment you start to get awakened, you stop looking at people and individuals, just because of their appearance. You see this guy wearing a suit, you see this woman with a nice body and everything. You're going to start looking beyond the veil. Should you come across any zombie, you will know who a zombie is and what a zombie looks like. It will not be very difficult for you to understand a person without a soul. Like I've said, these entities don't have any regard for the narcissist. What am I trying to say here? The zombie is rotting away. And again, it is going to require you a special set of eyes to see this. It is why people have got different versions of narcissists depending on their level of consciousness. The ones who are a little bit more conscious than the other ones will see the spiritual side of narcissism. But sometimes, when you're taking a closer look, you will see some of these things manifest in physical, okay? On the physical, on the 3D, you will see some of these things. You might miss them, but sometimes you will see it. If you take a closer look at the narcissist, they are rotting away either on the outside or on the inside. You might sometimes hear things like they have got something with their kidney, there is a problem with their lungs, Maybe they're struggling with the cancer. There's something with their blood pressure. There is something is eating away that narcissist on a regular basis. A lot of the narcissists you see around you, they are on medication. 1 or 2 or 3, 4, even 5 types of medication. There may be something with their muscles. There could be something with their body organs. There's something with their liver. They have some blood, what do they call them? Gallstones, and what do they call those stones? Kidney stones, I don't know, gallbladder stones. They have high blood pressure. Many of them have HIV. Some of them have got different types of STDs. The narcissist is rotting away with an incurable disease. Even if the disease is curable, it is going to be very difficult to cure that disease with the narcissist. It seems like that disease or that sickness can just simply not go away. That is the inside part of the body. On the outside part of the body, you may sometimes see the narcissist has got a very rare, could be common one or uncommon one, but there's some form of a skin condition. It feels like their skin is peeling off. Okay? There is something manifesting. It could be all over the body. Sometimes it could be in a special part of their body. You may sometimes see something on their skin. There is something they are treating on their skin, and they're going to treat that issue forever. The narcissist is rotting away. You may sometimes see there's something in their eyes. There's this, what do they call it? There's a sickness or there's a disease with their eyes. You may sometimes see some stuff coming out of their ears. Maybe sometime every morning you're going to see their ears are clogged. Always something seems to be flowing out of their ears. Maybe sometimes you could see they have got a very unusual odor coming from their mouth. You might wake up one morning and you see the narcissist is drooling with some stuff. Seems like pus coming out of their mouth. The reason why this zombie puts you to sleep is because they don't want you to figure out these things. So they will switch off. They will switch you off and put you to sleep. So in the most part of the relationship, you will actually be missing a lot of these things. You will not even have the time to think about it. But actually, it is happening in real time. The only time you'll ever be able to look back in time and remember what has been going on with that narcissist is when you have gone through this awakening, because now you got your light back and now you started putting all these pieces together and figuring out the zombie that he was dealing with. Sometimes it can be, for example, you might have a narcissist who has got a very disgusting odor. When you're around them, they're wearing the best designer perfumes on the market. Gucci's, I don't know, Versace's, whatever. Any form of designer, it doesn't matter what kind of designer perfume they're using. When you stay around them for a long time, you may sometime have experienced a very unusual smell around them. Now, those spirits from hell, they also have a very disgusting odor that you may sometimes experience. You might all of a sudden hear or feel like there is rotten eggs around you. There's no physical eggs, but for some reason you get this smell of rotten eggs. Maybe rotting food. It could be sometimes, people have talked about burning sulfur. It's like sulfur, something smells like sulfur around them. When you get those kind of smells around a particular individual, you can best believe, whether you know that or don't, you are dealing with a zombie. What you're actually smelling, those are the spirits that are attached to this narcissist. And that smell, it cannot go away. That narcissist can go and shower 5 times a day. I've told you, they can wear the best makeup in town. They will wear the best perfumes in town. The smell does not just seem to go away. In other words, you're dealing with a zombie. There is something very unusual that happens. So you see, this zombie, it needs life, okay? Even at least to operate in a little bit of more of a healthy way. So they need life. So what these zombies do, they will gravitate towards people with life, people with light, because that's where they can thrive. So for this entire time, the years, decades that you've spent with the narcissist, you have been feeding that zombie with life. They could wake up every morning with a plan. They could move about in town. They could be able to present themselves out there to the people because they were sucking that life out of you. That is the light and the life they was using for them to be able to manage or to be out there. So how do you really know that you're dealing with a zombie? In most case scenarios, these zombies, when they know that they can no longer suck anything out of you, yes, we know that they will usually run off very fast and go into a new relationship. They might find a new boyfriend or a new girlfriend or whatever very quickly. And they're going to attach themselves to that person, the new supply. But there are some case scenarios where the narcissist may not be able to get someone else on the side. Maybe sometimes you've taken them by surprise. They have not been prepared for that. In the next couple of days, I can promise you, if you have not been with those people and you guys have like walked different directions, yes, they're going to run around and struggle and scramble for new supply here and there very, very fast. They can even just jump into anybody. They don't even care who that person is. But still, they're looking for a person with life. If they do not get that individual on the side, the zombie is going to start to come out fully. You're going to start to see this zombie manifest in front of you. The narcissist may not be able to get out of bed. You're going to see their skin condition deteriorate. Internally, they'll start deteriorating. The narcissist is going to start physically rotting, okay? Because the vessel they was using to survive, to suck the life out of you, that vessel has disappeared. That vessel is gone. You are gone. The empathy is gone. The light is gone. Now they have got to deal with this darkness. And that is when the darkness starts to manifest. In some case scenarios, you may see in an instant, 2 days later, their head is covered in gray hair. A few weeks later, maybe they are throwing up, they're in bed, they're very, very horribly sick. Maybe they have run into hospital, they're rotting away. Now, we usually tell you guys, any form of narcissist is still a narcissist. And sometimes you have to understand to see these individuals for who they are. It may, like I've said, it may be sometimes very difficult. Maybe sometimes a sleep empath who is trying to figure things out on your own. Maybe it's taking you a lot of time. You figure out it's a narcissist. Forget about the name of that person. Forget about their career. Forget about their job positions. Forget about their money. Forget about what they have going on with themselves. The best thing you'll ever do for yourself is to start walking away. Did you ask yourself a question as to why narcissists don't survive around other narcissists? Yes, they could survive a little bit because they might use each other for this, a little bit of benefits here and there. And of course, even in a relationship, it cannot even take a long time and they will be gone. That is because a zombie cannot feed off of another zombie. Okay? There's no life in either of them. So who is going to be feeding the other one? So that's why they always gravitate and very quickly run away and go and find a person with life. A person who still has got their soul, a person who still has got their destiny, a person who still vibrates with love. They will go and attach themselves to that life because it is how they'll be able to survive. So they're drawing energy from you on a daily basis. You will sleep with them, you eat with them, You move around with them. You do everything with them. They are sucking the life out of you on a regular basis. But internally and sometimes externally, they're rotting away. It does not matter what they do with themselves. It does not matter what they use, perfumes, what kind of body odor perfumes they're using. It doesn't matter how many times they shower. It doesn't matter how much food they eat, what kind of food are they eating. Yes, they have that little bit of life in them when they're a little bit taking care of themselves. Of course, when they're around you, because you'll be guiding them every now and then. You'll be telling them. Sometimes you might have to do the food choices for them. You might have to direct them to where there is a need to go, what it is a need to do with their lives. But should you leave, that narcissist is going to decompose. Their health is going to deteriorate because there's no life. There is no life left in them when you're gone. That is what I mean when I say you are actually dealing with a zombie. Okay? The narcissist is rotting away. Okay? Like I've said, you need to see it for what it is. You cannot help them. You cannot fix them. You cannot repair them. The only person left to fix is yourself. Walk away. Go out there, heal. Find your freedom. And you'll be free. So let me know what you think about the video in the comment section below. You guys do know that I do love and appreciate your support. You can book a session, of course, if you want to. You may donate or support my channel if you want to. Everything you need, you will find it in the description below. And until then, I will catch you guys in my next one. There's almost signing out. Much love and blessings. Peace.